This was the one that kept slipping, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't ever actually explained it, but every time we would open the mold up on its side, this thing would stay in the cope and it would slip off the big sand core every time. If anybody who watched the other videos was like, why didn't it work? That's why.
Of course, it's the one that's not plugged in.
Fifth day. We got 2 molds already made up. Which ones are they? We got
They're on the crane that you left over there.
these two here. I'm gonna get these done and then see what else we can do.
Last time I brought them down, I accidentally pinched my finger, which was a right bastard.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Those would have a pretty hard time.
Alright, let's check our orientation. We're good there.
Yeah, discriminate based on orientation.
There you go, Brett. Yep. Okay. Now we're flowing.
Yeah.
Alright, stop the puppet.
Just make through that fire, I can't see well.
Yeah, keep going. Good, done. Okay.
Alright, we made a map.
That looks pretty darn good.
So it's there.
Well, that was easy.
Oh. That too. That was easy too.
Perfect. I like easy.
Hot. That's alright.
What's that?
That's good.
It does.
Rock and a heavy piece of chain. Now you got a lid for it now, eh?
Getting fancy.
Fancy. Yeah. Spring.
Sprung indeed.
We didn't notice while we were pouring. So we had a little bit of a run out here. So hopefully the part is going to be alright. We shall see. Yeah, looks like a good control of the water along there.
Perfect. Corners look crisp. Honestly, this turned out better than I thought it was gonna.
And we'll keep the concrete. There we go.
That rock is gonna be so well polished by the time I'm doing it. I already noticed that the chain is getting free. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Alright. That's good enough for this one.
Actually, yeah, the floor of my molar was like where the wheel goes over.
Yeah.
It was like a track that was like getting shinier and shinier, and smoother and smoother.
That's
Because
amazing.
every time I touched on it, sandy and oil it. Yeah. And it got so slick that to the point where like there was even a little bit of sand in it. It would pile up behind the wheel and just it would get pushed
It would
back.
slide instead of
Yeah,
grinding.
yeah. It was like I had to keep an angle grinder to make like a rough it up. Iris of an eyeball on the floor of my mower just to rough up that track. And now it doesn't do that anymore. Nice.
This looks really good. What do you think of the gating? I decided to do something strange. I did like a L-shaped gate on this one. Feed both directions from the lowest point.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say. Hard to fast forward from these oddball shapes. Right.
I was just trying to avoid any inclusion or entrainments if I could. A little bit of a flaw there and there.
That's what you want to do is avoid laminar flow of metal as much as possible. Down here is where it ran out. It looks like the metal just followed this crossbar right to the edge of the flask.
Grab that screw and I'll hold this and pull. Huzzah.
Watch yourself. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like it. Let's see what the back of this part actually looks like. Yeah, it was right on the wood.
Yeah.
So I guess there must have been sand didn't quite get rammed in underneath there.
And it was just too close. This piece was already installed.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like
And
uninstalling
this was
it.
the cope, right? So yeah, it was probably you were ramming it up and there's just a little gap underneath there.
Yeah, well, I saw it that it was really thin there, so I actually took some of it out. You can see there.
Oh
where I
yeah.
compressed and pulled away some of the sand because
Yeah.
I didn't want it to just fall in and ruin the surface. Calculated risk. Oh wow, this one didn't even work.
Ah. Wow. Well, hey. Gate didn't fill, but the part did. That's that's what matters. Alright, so another.
Just don't break yourself again.
Watch yourself. Alright, this is definitely something I should be doing with one hand. That's a big piece of cast aluminum.
If you need more sand, just holla. That bucket's all ready to go already.
Alright. Maybe like some bit of sandblasting or something, or
There'll be some sandblasting, which makes them very dull. And then I think what I might wind up
that
doing.
should like kind of equalize everything, right?
Oh, it does. Yeah. It makes everything very dull though. But then once that's done, I think what I'll probably do is do a patina and then brush it back with like the Scotch Brite style pads.
Yeah.
And that'll make all the high points pretty much smoother but much shinier. So that's the direction I'm leaning at the moment. But
That makes sense. I don't even know for sure if they are like top of the back of the head.
I think that at this point it's just psychosomatic. You had it every
Yeah, I got sweat dripping on my gloves.
Yep.
Now my arms like this.
Amazing.
I worry about it like a big drop of sweat landing in the mold too.
Yeah, so do I.
Because if that happens in the wrong spot and doesn't get dealt with, and that gets blow the top right off a mold.
One drop.
I've heard that, but I haven't seen it happen, but that's what I heard. Seems a bit, it might be a bit dramatic, but
Well, steam is roughly 10 times the size. I think you'd have to have an awfully small mold.
10 times, it's like 1,500 times the size of liquid.
Steam
When
is?
it flashes, this water turns into steam, and it's 1,500 times.
Oh, wait, snow is 10.
I can believe that.
Yeah. 1,500. Okay, so then, yeah, I mean, I could see if you have a small mold with very little space inside it, I can see that causing you some problems.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if it's a bigger mold, it could just wind up volcanoing back at the screw or something.
That's true. Ow!
On one side, the parting line seems to be on the outer face, on the other, but by the far edge, it seems like it's on the inner face.
Delightful.
Should be alright, though.
Try not to jump too hard when the compressor invariably kicks in, because that's definitely what I do.
Right.
Whew.
That's a parting because the stuff's so oily.
Yeah. Starting to get tired. I'm gonna quickly go check on supper. Oh, you might like this. I almost wondered if it's worth knocking together.
Always a good thing when you can pull it off.
But then it begs the question of whether I, instead of doing a 16 by 16, should I do a shallow one that's big enough to handle the big one? Centered.
Yeah.
too bad.
What
I don't know how you're gonna, like, the chasing is the part that mystifies me. I can, like, you're not gonna be able to see that something was done to the surface of the metal there. Like, what?
Well, we'll see. It always winds up a little different. The part that I'm as concerned about with the chasing is actually the difference in the alloy of the weld metal. Sometimes shows up.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, that could be. What are you using as your
4043.
as your welding?
Yeah.
I was gonna warn you, but I didn't.
So the Duras is basically just aluminum oxide,
Yeah.
but it melts at 3200 instead of 1300 or whatever.
Probably easier just to think of it as it doesn't melt.
Yeah. That's why making aluminum in the first place was so hard.
Right.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Out of time! Up, up. A for up. That one's a little more lively than the last one. Drank a lot. Which one are you going for?
That one, I guess.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Lovely.
All right. That's pretty good dad noise.
Yeah, my old man noise quota has been well met these last couple of days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess we could continue finishing.
I suppose.
Standard thing that we always do.
Anything that will prolong the life of my crucible.
These big guys.
No, although once this project is done, what I can tell is it'll pay for itself multiple times over. Hopefully. Hopefully.
The extra gloves are handy to have around.
Yeah. I've got
Sometimes they get so hot that you're gonna. Like I haven't burnt my finger yet, but if I put it back in that glove, it's gonna give me a blister, you know?
yeah, I've got 3 or 4 pairs of gloves kicking around here.
Let's see what we got.
Lots of radiant heat.
Heat is good. Looks like we got the whole thing there.
Yeah.
A little breakout where we thought there would be, but
That's just where it chipped out.
yeah, it's not on the face of it. It's on the back. So
I wonder if maybe just opening them too early is part of the problem.
I can't see why that would change anything, but you know, I can't say for sure. It's nothing to do with that. It's good though.
Yeah, that's really good.
All right.